He don't allow nothing that he's gonna sustain. He's gonna sustain whatever he allows.
That's true, but I'm showing you that he's gonna send destruction, and we got the blueprints to escape it. Right. You got to keep the commandments.
True, but
what?
Faith comes by what?
Come on, Derek.
Faith comes by what?
What's faith? Educate me. According to the Bible, what's faith?
Faith comes by something that you can't see, but you know that he's.
So with faith, you gotta have what? You gotta have what behind faith? Because you can't see the kingdom of heaven. You know it's in here.
Oh, you can't see?
You can't see. You know it's there. That's what you want, right?
Faith comes by sight, but you can't see what you have faith.
Hold up, you just made that up now. I said what comes with faith? No, it works. Works is faith. Is that James 3?
And this is what
read that. Let me show you. Read it.
No, man.
James chapter 2, verse 7. The book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 24.
So there, you said you ain't cursed, right? What you said? Read.
The hand of the diligent shall bear rule.
So right now we're showing you an example of diligence, right? We supposed to be out on these streets teaching our people, bringing them back into the fold, showing them the truth according to God, so we can get rulership. That's what the prophets tell us by Christ, right? So you see an example of diligence. Read.
But the slothful,
that's you right now, Derek. But the slothful, read,
shall be under tribute.
You're going to work until you die, and your kids going to work until they die, and so on and so forth. Because you're being slothful right now. So like the officer was saying, we need you to be as like a little child, relearn this Bible, and be diligent with us, right? And reach the youth, reach your family members, so we all can be diligent. So we ain't got to be on Mind Creek. So we can be the one running the business, doing all the hiring and the firing. We ain't got to pay no taxes. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to give you a commandment that we got to keep. Give me 1 Corinthians 11, right? So this is something that you can do right now. You can show your diligence.
Can you pause?
Okay.
Question. You got a question?
Go ahead.
When I say I'm not cursed, I'll tell you why.
All right.
Even though I go through my life, right? We all go through.
I don't got a problem.
Right? But he shed his blood.
Okay.
What did he do? He wiped everything from us being cursed, our being sinners, because he's the only one that's gonna.
Say he wiped away sin?
No, he wiped away sin.
Okay.
Because we're still sinners.
Okay.
But it's up to us to sit up here and not to do the wrong thing.
All right, so now, that's all right. So I'm going to leave with what you said. So I'm going to show you the wrong thing that we shouldn't be doing. 1 Corinthians 11.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know.
So this is the order of God. Read.
That the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man.
So the head of every man is who? Christ. That's our head, right? You listen to him. Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
And the head of the woman is who? The head of the woman is who?
You just said the man.
And the head of the woman is the man.
The man. You're right, Derek. That's something our sisters got to learn. Read.
And the head of Christ is God.
So even Christ got God. Yes, has a God. The head of Christ is God. Read.
Every man praying or prophesying.
So every man praying or prophesying in the midst of prophecy, which is his Bible, read.
Having his head covered.
Having his what?
Having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
So by having your head covered, you take it off.
It's all right. It's all right.
I'm glad you said that. Let me tell you why.
Fat 15:10.
A man don't have his head covered. Female have to have their head covered. Because God is covering us. Female have to have their head covered.
They do gotta have their head covered. Now watch this. This is a good thing that we need to do.
The book of Luke, chapter 15, verse 10.
Don't put it back. Oh, man, I'm about to read the scripture. Congratulations.
Luke chapter 15, verse 10. Likewise, I say unto you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God.
There's joy in the heavens right now, Derek. For you, because you did what?
Over over one sinner that repenteth.
You was a sinner, you was in sin, you repented. I showed you the law, you took your hat off.
That's right.
That's what the scripture says. Is that
Right.
right?
Yes, sir.
That's what we need. Now we need you to keep more laws there. Because you said out your own mouth that we sinners. We got to stop ourselves from doing the wrong thing.
Right.
Now we got to figure out what is the wrong thing.
Right.
So now, give me Leviticus 21:5. So I'm going to show you another wrong thing there that we got to keep. It's easy. I'm showing you easy stuff. We need to get to the temptation and things that we deal with. Read.
The book of Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head.
You can't have a bald head like Michael Jordan. Right? That's the Bible says you agree.
They shall not make baldness upon their head.
What that mean? You said you disagree. What do it mean then? They shall not make baldness upon their head. Meaning you can't shave off your head deliberately.
You telling me that's what it means, don't shave your head.
Yeah, don't shave it bald like Michael Jordan.
So,
You can't do that. Read it again.
Leviticus chapter 21 verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head.
We was in Egypt at this time, and we came out of Egypt shaving our heads, shaving our beards. Our women shaving their heads. Right? We deliberately say they shall not make. We made our heads bald. Our hair just fall off. He said, you know what? I'm going to cut my hair with a razor. I'm going to make it bald. God said don't do that. Great.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
We was doing that in Egypt. We was shaving off the corners of our beard. Shaving it bald. Right? They get no teeth. Right? Skin strap. Can't do that. So I said you can grow a little beard, grow it out. Right? That's what God said. That's a sin according to God. Right? So by not doing that makes you a sinner. You understand? And you don't want to be a sinner, do you? Come on, Darren, you know what
I'm asking the question.
the KJV. King James Version. King James. Black man. Now what now? Tell me about white man book. Okay, all right, cool. Give me Amos 9 real quick. So now, you don't want to be a sinner, right? That's the goal, right? Perfection, to perfect ourselves. So that's why if you come amongst us, we got brothers that help you out, right? I know we got problems. Right? We got problems. We help each other out. We show our people the right way. Head back on there. Keep this honor in Christ.
The sinners.
That's what the Bible says you were doing when your head is covered and you're in the midst of prophecy. Okay, so look, you want to be a sinner, this one's going to happen.
The book of Amos, verse 9, chapter 9, verse 10. And all the sinners of my people.
God say all the sinners of his people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, read,
shall die by the sword.
it say all the sinners shall die by the sword. There's going to come a day where it's complete destruction. All the sinners, everybody who's breaking God's commandment in the midst of the children of Israel will be killed by the sword. Read.
The evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
You understand that? All the sinners are going to die. The wages of sin is death.
Right. So you say by the sword.
By the sword.
Yeah. By the sword.
Now, what's the sword today? What's killing us, most of our people? Rifle, right? AR, pistol. Now, hold on, I ain't done.
Life you live, you will die by the sword.
Hold on, now look.
Say,
Now let me show you something real quick. Let me Psalm 91.
like you live.
Now look, let me show you what you're not gonna live by. Because it's nuclear destruction coming to this country here, America. That's what's prophesied in the Bible. You ain't surviving that day. So you understand what I'm saying? All the sinners shall die. Right? Read. Sounds like that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 91.
Fine. This is Psalm 91. So look, it say, neither shall we be afraid by the arrow that fly by day, meaning that's a nuclear missile. Do you watch the news? Do you see all this war going on? These nuclear armed missiles that they're trying to build? That's for war. That's World War III. That destruction is coming to America, bro. You got to keep the commandments so we can escape that. Right? Give me start at verse 1.
You can't escape it.
Yes, you can. I'm going to show you.
The book of Psalms, chapter 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High.
So the secret place of this Bible, he that dwelleth there, read,
shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
You going to abide where?
Under the shadow of the Almighty.
You going to abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Protection. Right? Pavilion. Read.
I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God.
That's what you going to say because you in the Most High secret place. You ain't worried about no nuclear missile. You ain't worried about no gunshot. Give me verse 5.
Verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid.
So because, listen, because you're in the protection of the Most High, they say thou shalt not be afraid by what? Read.
For the terror by night.
By the terror by night. Read.
Nor the arrow that flieth by day.
They say the arrow that flies by day. Now, they got a term in the military called a broken arrow. And that's an accidental detonation of a nuclear missile. So they still calling it an arrow today. All right, go home and do your research. A broken arrow. So it say, when you under the shadow of the Most High, you will not be afraid by that arrow that flies by day. Right. So it's going to be nuclear missiles coming over here that you need to be aware of. Read.
Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness.
And you ain't gonna be worried about diseases and COVID and SARS that Bill Gates trying to come up with. Read.
Nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
The destruction at noonday is those nuclear missiles that you need to be concerned about in the news. You need to go home and read about that there. Read.
1,000 shall fall at thy side.
You say 1,000 shall fall at thy side. Now what kind of mass destruction weapon can allow 1,000 to fall at your side? Answer that. You seen a bomb? Yes, God's doing.
Whatever God do, he's allowed it because one, he don't allow that he's going to sustain. He's going to sustain whatever he allowed.
That's true, but I'm showing you that he's going to send destruction, and we got the blueprints to escape it. Right. You got to keep the commandments.
True, but
what?
Faith come by what?
Come on, Derek.
Faith come by what?
What's faith? Educate me. According to the Bible, what's faith?
Faith come by something that you can't see, but you know that he's.
So with faith, you gotta have what? You gotta have what behind faith? Because you can't see the kingdom of heaven. You know it's in here.
Oh, you can't see?
You can't see. You know it's there. That's what you want, right?
Faith come by sight, but you can't see what you have faith.
Hold up, you just made that up now. I said what comes with faith. No, it works. Works is faith. Is that James 3?
And this is what
read that. Let me show you. Read.
No, man.
James chapter 2, verse 17. Even so, faith, if it have not works.
So all the faith in the world, if it have not works, read.
Is dead.
It's dead, Derek. It don't mean nothing. I can have all the faith in the world that I'm going to be a doctor, and I ain't putting in the work to be a doctor.
Right.
I ain't even fill out a college application,
right?
And I'm trying to be a doctor. You think I'm going to be a doctor?
No.
So you trying to get the kingdom of heaven, and you put your hat back on. Hey. You think you about to get the kingdom of heaven? Put your hat back on?
No. His hat don't represent me.
But it puts you in sin. But it puts you in sin, though. We trying to get you up out of there.
Right. So you telling me wearing the hat is a sin?
When the scriptures coming out.
Right. When the hat is a sin.
When the scriptures is coming out.
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.